daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Daily Manchester United, and here is your, kind of mishmash here. I was looking and I've been making notes about the international window here and looking to take you through it now, seeing how most players have done. I might not be able to cover them all in this episode, but I'll do my best to get as many as I can. Welcome along to today's show. My name's Kieran. I'm glad to have you along with me. And let's start first of all with two pieces of news. One bit of news that's happened in around about the last 10-15 minutes before I press the record button is that Andre Inani's loan move to Trabzonspor has been confirmed, and Sky Sports reports that it's understood that the full wages are being covered by Trabzonspor for the duration of his loan. Of course, the one appearance he made in Grimsby, pretty grim performance from the whole team, but not one that will go down in memory for anybody. If you're not a Manchester United fan, it's living very much in your memories, but you're a Manchester United fan. You want to forget about that. But Andre Inanis' loan has been confirmed for the season, so it just leaves now Senlemon and Altay to fight out there. He's also Tom Heaton goes back to being our third choice rather than our first choice, but hey-ho, it happens. Hey, it happens. So we'll look forward to seeing what Senlemon can do in his first game if he is picked for the Manchester derby. Hopefully there won't be any fitness concerns or any concerns that he'll have to only play 30 minutes or so towards the end of the match. I haven't seen Amorim substitute a goalkeeper yet, but I wouldn't be too far away if he keeps changing centre backs like he does in games. Then I would not rule it out whatsoever. So that's the real big news here that's just coming in the last sort of 10-15 minutes and has been confirmed. Of course, he came in to United in July 2023 for about £47 million. So hopefully he can turn it around in Turkey. Wish him all the best, and hopefully he can regain that form, regain that confidence that, as a goalkeeper, we've mentioned in previous episodes, you so sorely need if you're going to make it at a top club. So good luck to Andre, and hopefully he can turn a corner whilst he's out there in Turkey. Also, another move that was confirmed yesterday, actually. It was round about the time we were recording, but we missed this. Actually, no, not yesterday when we were recording. There wasn't an episode recorded yesterday because I was too tired. Oh, bless me. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of feeling sorry for me. It was that Christian Eriksen has signed for Wolfsburg as a free agent following his departure at the end of this, or at the end of last season, I should say. He's contracted until 2027 and will wear the number 24 shirt, according to the Manchester United website and this article by Mark Froggatt. He says, VfL Wolfsburg is my first club in the Bundesliga. I'm really looking forward to this new adventure. I'm convinced we can achieve something together at Wolfsburg. The talks with the club bosses went very well. I immediately sensed that Paul Simonis has a clear vision for the team and for me personally. The fact that there are several faces in the squad from the Danish national team makes Wolfsburg a particularly attractive proposition for me. So, yeah, it's great to hear that he's found a new club. Wish him all the best out in Germany, and let's see, keep an eye on him in Wolfsburg, see how he gets along. So that's our two transfers, one former player, one current player, and now we have a look, and we might as well start with Cameroon, because Andre Onana, he's the hot topic at the moment. He did keep a clean sheet against Swaziland in their 3-0 victory. He faced 4 shots in that game. He played played in the 1-0 loss over Cape Verde as well. So yeah, he faced 4 shots on target there, but Cape Verde are now top of Group D in the CAF World Cup qualifiers, the CAF World Cup qualifiers, with 2 games to go. They are on the brink of qualification, and Cameroon themselves find themselves in that second place playoff spot. So there is a chance they might miss out on World Cup football altogether if Cape Verde, I believe, pick up at least a draw in their next game. So it could be a huge moment for Cape Verde making their debut at the World Cup. We'll see how they get on, of course. Brian Burma also played in those games as well. He played 82 minutes against Swaziland, and he played 88 minutes in the 1-0 loss over Cape Verde. Cameroon, as I mentioned, are second in Group D with 2 games to go. Libya are a point behind Cameroon, but Cameroon have the superior goal difference. It's about plus 10, I think it was, to Cameroon, and it's plus 2 to Libya. So there is that sense there. And the final 2 games that Cameroon have are Mauritius and Angola in early October. So we'll be keeping an eye here and seeing, well, let's see if Brian Mbeumo and Andre Inanis can make the World Cup through automatically, or whether they'll have to go through one of those dreaded playoffs. Only time will tell, and we'll have to wait until October to find out who will make it. Over in South America, it's already been decided, at least for now, maybe. There's some controversy about all of that, but not regarding our 2 teams in terms of their qualification status. Brazil, as you may or may not have heard by now, lost against Bolivia 1-0, and it was due to a penalty that, looking back at it, probably wasn't a penalty. Never mind. At least Ancelotti kept it calm by saying that the referees and the police were okay, right. That could be a bit problematic for Bolivia, but they have secured themselves the playoff spot in 7th place. So amazing for them if they can make it through. Speaking about Brazil, of course, we have Casemiro, who played in that 3-0 win over Chile. He picked up a yellow card in that game, which the Chilean players were wanting it to be upgraded to a red card. It wasn't. It was still a yellow card. Meant he was suspended for the 1-0 loss against Bolivia. He actually got permission from Ancelotti to fly back early to England to prepare himself for the Manchester derby. So only the 1 game played for Casemiro. He did get a 3-0 victory and helped Brazil secure 5th place in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers and qualify Brazil for the 2026 World Cup. So we will be seeing the old regulars up at the World Cup. Looking at Uruguay then, who did actually finish above Brazil in the World Cup qualifiers in South America. They do qualify for the World Cup, having finished 4th place. Manuel Ugarte did play a full 90 minutes against Chile in the 0-0 draw, though Chile did end up finishing bottom of the group entirely. He did come off the bench against Peru in a 3-0 victory and was part of the build-up play for the 3rd goal. So, yeah, Ugarte getting a decent amount of minutes for Uruguay and playing his part to help Uruguay make it to the World Cup. And, well, we were hopefully going to see Cunha in those Brazil games, but unfortunately he was withdrawn from the squad due to the injury concerns he picked up after the Burnley game. Wait and see if he will be fit enough to play in the City game. 50-50, we'll wait to see. Well, when you listen to it, Amorim's press conference will either be today or tomorrow, but either way, we'll find out from Ruben himself if Cunha is fit to play, although looking at the injury, what was sustained, perhaps not. And when we come back, or at least when I come back after the break, I'll take you through all of Europe and even try and keep up with the under-21 appearances and under-youth football as well. It was a challenge, but I think I got it. But back after this.
Your daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.
Your body is unique. And Global Sports Podcast Network has partnered with Bionic, the world's most personalised supplements. Bionic provide 100% tailor-made supplements designed to deliver precisely what your body needs at exactly the right levels to optimise your health. No guessing. So click the link in the show notes. Use the code GSPN2025 for 40% off your first month's subscription. Bionic. Don't settle for off-the-shelf solutions made for just anybody. Get what's right for you right now.
Your daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.
Looking to Europe now for some of these qualifiers as well. Altai. Obviously, goalkeeper is a burning concern at Manchester United at the moment. We're hoping it's been solved by Saint-Lamont, but Altai was an unused substitute in both the Spanish game against Spain and the game against Georgia. It was a 6-0 loss to Spain there, but they did get a 3-2 win over Georgia, did Turkey. So they currently sit 3rd in Group E with those 3 points after their win against Georgia. So, still plenty of games to go, at least in UEFA competition in terms of UEFA qualification to the World Cup. So still plenty of time to see what Turkey can do in that one. Our resident Gibraltarian in James Scanlon, as he played 82 minutes in a 1-0 loss to the Faroe Islands. Unfortunately for Gibraltar, that is their 5th loss in their 5th game of Group L of the UEFA World Cup qualifying groups. They've lost all 5 games so far. Yeah, it's not great. However, it's good to see James Scanlon getting some minutes for the Gibraltarian national team. So maybe he can get a goal. Maybe he can get a win. Come on, James, we believe in you. You can do it, James. Let's do it. Over to the Netherlands now, where De Ligt. Now, what to make of De Ligt, eh? He was an unused substitute in the 1-1 draw with Poland, and he was an 88th minute sub in a 3-2 win over Lithuania. And I was rather hoping we would see De Ligt alongside, in that side. I really did think he was going to line up alongside Virgil van Dijk, but not the case. Not the case. He only had 5 minutes, if that, of international football in this window. So I suppose it keeps him fit and ready for the Manchester derby. I suppose, silver lining and all that. But hey ho. Netherlands, by the way, are currently top of Group G in their World Cup qualifying group. They've also got a game in hand on all other teams in the group because they're in a group of 5 teams, because you get groups of 4 and groups of 5. Yeah, it makes sense to somebody somewhere. But at the moment, Netherlands are top of their group with a game in hand over all other teams. Heading to Denmark now, and we had 2 players who were still on the books. Patrick Dorgu was an unused sub in the 2-1 win over Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, Rasmus Højlund played 65 minutes in that same game. Didn't rack up a goal, but hey-ho. And Patrick Dorgu then went on to play the full match in a 5-0 win over Lithuania, and Rasmus Højlund was a 72nd minute sub brought on against Lithuania in that game. What that means is, in both of their wins, Denmark are currently top now of Group C in their qualifiers. They're ahead of Scotland, who've also won both games so far, and Denmark are ahead on goal difference. Should be a tasty one between Denmark and Scotland then in these open stages. Over to Portugal, where we have Bruno Fernandes. He played the full match over a 5-0 win over Armenia, and also played just over an hour, 66 minutes of football played in a 3-2 win over Hungary. We know that Diogo Dalot was meant to link up with the squad, but withdrew due to a muscular injury that ruled him out of both of those games. Portugal then are top of Group F, and they've won both their games, so nice and handy. They're getting it over the line here. Benjamin Sesko, we've not seen a lot of him. The only start he made was in the League Cup. Every other appearance he's made has been off the bench in the Premier League. He's had roughly about 90 or so minutes, maybe a bit less in the Premier League so far, but he played in all minutes of both of his international games in this international window. He played at the full 90 in a 2-2 draw with Sweden, and also played the full 90 in a 3-0 loss to Switzerland. Unfortunately, that means that Slovenia are bottom of their group in Group B with just the 1 point from their opening 2 games so far. Still plenty of time to go. We shall wait and see. We've got Lenny Yoro. Now, this is where the youth football comes in, and this was a bit more difficult, a bit trickier to find the information on this. So if it's wrong, well, you know where to, you know who I'm here, you know where I am. But Lenny Yoro, it looks like he played the first half in a 3-0 win against Serbia in a friendly. I don't have much more information than that, but what I think I can tell is that he got some minutes there, so that's good. Hopefully, it's contributing to him making that step up to the senior side in the French national team, and hopefully he's not too far away from getting a cap from the French international team. If he keeps up the good work so far he's had this season, it's only a matter of time, surely. It's only a matter of time before he's knocking on the door to try and make his way and get his first French cap. It'd be great to see. Chido Obi in the Denmark under-21s. Now, it appears he was an unused sub in the 6-2 win over Wales in the Euro Under-21 qualifiers. By the way, Denmark now sit top of that group in Group I, but on goal difference. And it looks like he played the second half in a 1-0 loss to Norway, which was a friendly. So again, limited information on the friendly, as much as I can see, but it did look like he didn't score in either game. So take of that what you will, but it's great to see Chido Obi really punching above his weight in the age groups, I guess you could say, fighting for his place in the under-21. So that's really good to see. We'll see. Hopefully, he can turn those friendly appearances more into competitive appearances. again, time will tell on that one. And Aidan Heaven, now this is information I had to grab from the England football website. An article from Thomas Gibson indicates that it looks like he played 78 minutes in a 2-1 loss to Italy for the under-20s. So, well, I don't have a lot more information than that, but a big thank you to Thomas Gibson, because that's a huge help into understanding how much Aidan Heaven played. And, you know, he's getting minutes at youth football, so youth international football. And again, we'll see what happens. You know, he's 18. He's got a lot of his career ahead of him, and I'm hoping that he can take full advantage of that as he steps up. How long will it be before he makes the England side? Well, I would say he probably was going to make the under-21s at some point. I would find it hard to believe that he doesn't at some point. Will he make it to the England senior team? We'll wait and see. That's all we can do. And just hope that he has a good season this time around and convinces Thomas Tuchel to see if he can bump him up to the senior squad a little bit earlier. But again, time will tell. God, time, hey? It is one of those things. But hopefully that's your sort of crash course in your international roundups then. So let us know in the comments down below. Did you watch any of those games? There was a lot going on. Did you watch any of them in full? Who were you most impressed by in the international window? And let's hear from you. How do you think this is going to affect us going into the Manchester derby? Does it give you more confidence? Does it give you less confidence? Or are you a bit indifferent to international football and international qualifiers? These international windows, which I think this one lasted 16 days. Yeah, I wasn't counting, trust me. And neither were you. Maybe. Anyway, it's just a bit of a quicker episode today, just to keep you up to date with everything. We'll be actually with an episode with you tomorrow. Wow, look at that. We've got your preview episode tomorrow, so make sure you look out for that one as well. Episode on a Saturday? Who do we think we are? Anyway, look, enjoy the weekend while you can. We'll get your preview episode for the next day. And of course, we'll be with you after the match on Sunday. And hopefully it's a win and we're all happy. But yeah, okay. Yeah, last season taught us a lesson, didn't it? Anyway, thank you so much for listening along as well. And of course, we cannot bring you these podcasts without our partners in Zencastr, because here at the Global Sports Podcast Network, we spent a lot of time selecting our delivery platform, and Zencastr came out the clear winner. With its 4K video recording, which you can do from the comfort of your own phone, and AI editing, which you can then reduce and remove any of those ums and ahs and maybe even certain words you want to take out completely. With all of that, it's super easy to start a podcast that sounds great and is delivered efficiently. So if you're ready to tell your story and start your own podcast, make sure you check out Zencastr in the show description to learn more about their platform. A big thank you to Zencastr for supporting us here at the Global Sports Podcast Network. Meanwhile, you can follow us on all the social media as well. Start a conversation with us. We're at gspnmanunited. We're on Twitter and X. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. And we're on Facebook. So wherever you want, you can find us and start a conversation with us there. If you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple, and you'd want to watch things as well, don't forget we're on YouTube as well. We have our own YouTube channel. It's GSPN Daily Man United Podcast. It's so long, so you have to remember it. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend. We've got episodes coming up for you over the weekend, so do look out for them. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you follow along on Apple and Spotify so you get those notifications so you can watch away and listen away to your heart's content. I've been Kieran. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.
Your daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.